BestCities.org just ranked Kelowna as the #2 city in Canada, best small cities to move to. So these are looking at a number of different methodology of different cities throughout Canada that really just bonifies what city is better than others. So this is huge for Kelowna because it's not just looking at one aspect to it, it's looking at a wide range of the different factors of what it means to live here in Kelowna. That's why I live here in Kelowna, and that's maybe why you're looking to move here to Kelowna, or maybe you currently live here. So if that is you, reach out, give me a call if you do have any questions about living in the Okanagan, any questions about moving here, maybe any questions about moving in and around here. Reach out. I do have a lot of people, everybody calling me every day, reaching out. So if that's you, sounds like you, pick up that phone, shoot me an email, text, whatever works for you. I have your back. Really talked about it is the pursuit of the holy trinity of the opportunity and lifestyle here in the Okanagan. What we're seeing is people moving here to Kelowna from other areas of Canada, and Kelowna is starting to become the unkept secret. You know, it was a little bit about, in the past, it was more about the secret hidden gem and everybody that does live here. Kelowna is growing rapidly. In another report from the last census that was done in 2016, Kelowna had grown 14% in the area, in the Okanagan region, and it's continuing to grow during this pandemic time. And a lot of things that are happening is that it's really just growing. So we're currently right now at about 149,000 people, and we've grown 14% in the last 5 years since the previous census. One issue that we are seeing is not enough supply, really, so we don't know what those numbers would be, and it's really starting to become a little bit more, because we are growing quickly, and even before everything happened, it was historically, Kelowna was a retirement town where we'd see downsizers move from Vancouver or Toronto or from the prairies, people that are looking just for a little bit better way of living compared to, you know, where they're looking, and maybe looking for a little bit of a change from the city, that what it brings from the weather, everything like that. So we're going to go over this report and see why it's ranked in the top 5 at #2 right after Victoria. So stay tuned. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos of living here in Kelowna. And if you're interested in the real estate market, down below I have a link there for a weekly email. Make sure you get information right into your inbox. There are no spam. Every Wednesday of the week you're going to get something in there just talking about the real estate market. So if you're looking to move here, this is a great place to start, just so you get an idea of what's happening right now in the industry. So bestcities.org really used the methodology, not just one aspect to it. So it's not just growth, but they looked at a number of different methodology that are looking at it and kind of encompassed it all with it. So they use place, the product, so the city's key institutions, attractions, that sort of thing with it. And then also the programming. So what are the arts? What does the entertainment industry look like here? Culinary scene, all that information there, they've included that. And then they moved on to the people. So what are the immigration rates? What are people moving here rates? What's the diversity look like? I know Kelowna is really not the most diverse place historically. Obviously, there's a lot of First Nations in the area with the Slicks people and the Okanagan Nation. So there's a lot of First Nations people, but you know, as far as outsiders, other outsiders, you know, more and more people are moving here, and it's getting a little bit more vibrant, but it has lacked in a little bit. So it does incorporate all that. It's not trying to take any of that out, but it does incorporate that. There's other issues that it does look at is like prosperity. So what does employment factors look at it? What are the type companies, top 500 companies, Fortune 500 companies? What does it kind of look like? What's the household income? And what does the employment sector really look at? And then also the last target that they really looked at for the pillars of the methodology is the promotion. So how many recommendations are there shared online about this city? Check-ins, Instagram, hashtags, you know, TripAdvisor reviews, that sort of thing. They looked at the promotion side of things and see where Kelowna really ranked at. And when you're looking at the rate here on the website here, so that's the methodology, and that's really how they rank the best city, and they really took it up. So the highlighted rankings, where Kelowna ranked the highest, even though it was at #2, the highest promotion was promotion. So that promotion aspect got #1 because it is a touristic town, so it does have a lot of promotion to it, which is not a surprise to me, shouldn't be a surprise to you. People come here for the lakes, for the swimming, for the mountains, for the wine industry. So there's a lot of people that are just like, it just makes sense that people are promoting it and promoting itself. And it's one of those situations, as travel is now becoming more and more, people are getting out and about, and with the internet age and everything like that, it is becoming less and less of a secret, and it's really being easier and easier to promote the city virtually through all social media aspects and internet. And number 2, it ranked at number 2, programming. So it's just offering, what type of programming does the city have? There's a number of different factors that really factor into it, but there's just a lot of different options that go with it. So those are the programming. That's where Kelowna, based on this article, where Kelowna really ranked the highest. So if that is kind of really up your alley, things that you're looking for type of outdoor living in that sort of situation, Kelowna might be a great option for you. The one thing that I noticed with this article, where I thought it'd probably rank a little bit higher, it's weather. It was ranked at number 17 for weather, where I thought that would have probably been ranked number 1 or 2. That just surprises me quite a bit. I guess the summers do get quite dry, so that is with Kelowna. So maybe it's not just the average temperature. Maybe more people are looking for the average and not necessarily the extremes, because it does get so hot and dry in the summer. But the reason why I love living here is because the winters are so, you don't get much of winter. I mean, the month is long, but it doesn't get overly cold, and the amount of snow that you get is very easy to work with normally. But you get that temperate weather in the winter, and you do get a little bit hotter, drier summers type of situation. So that is likely where it ranked in number 17, but that did surprise me a little bit. I thought it would be a little bit higher based on that ranking. So, and where I thought maybe it ranked a little bit too high from living here is shopping was ranked at number 2. There's a number of little shops, and the shopping options there are some shopping options, but I feel like Kelowna does, it's not necessarily the big city, but it maybe for the small cities, because this is a ranking on small cities, it doesn't necessarily take into account comparisons with other big cities. So that's likely why it got ranking of number 2 in the shopping, versus if you're going to talk to somebody from Vancouver or from Toronto, I mean, the shopping is probably not as prevalent, and you're probably going to be shopping online quite a bit, but there are some quaint little shops, and there are some great little small community, small shops that really open up your mind to 2 different options here. So the small business here in Kelowna is pretty solid. There's a lot of small businesses here, and that is really what's growing it, and that's really kind of what drives the economy here in the Okanagan. It's not necessarily just the big business, but it's all these small companies, because it is a tough place to live. The affordability is not the greatest. It is quite expensive, cost of living here. A lot of people are self-employed that do live here, or in the tech industry, or in other areas of tourism, that sort of thing. But we do see quite a few people that are small businesses, and so you do get some of those cool little shops, cool little shopping opportunities, especially in downtown Kelowna. So that is my take on Kelowna being ranked number 2 in the best small cities from bestcities.org and the ranking. So if you do have any questions about living here in the Okanagan, if you do want to click below, you can see the full rankings, everything like that. I'll provide that for you. But I highly recommend moving out here. And if you are thinking about moving out here, pick up the phone, give me a call, shoot me an email, text. Let's have a chat and see if the Okanagan is the right fit for you, whether it's next year, a couple years, 5 years down the road. If you are thinking about moving here, reach out. That's what I'm here for. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos of living in Kelowna.